Emergency workers scaled rubble inside Iran's embassy compound in Syria after a suspected bombing by Israeli warplanes on Monday.
UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has condemned Monday's suspected Israeli airstrike on an Iranian consular annex building in Damascus. His statement reiterated that diplomatic and consular premises must be respected.
We begin with a rapidly developing story out of Syria. Iranian state media is reporting that an Israeli airstrike has targeted the Iranian embassy compound in Damascus. Several diplomats were reportedly killed in the attack. Reuters news agency says a senior commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, Mohammad Reza Zahedi, is among the dead. Let's bring in...
Generals called me and he said, "Sir, you gotta come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, No. He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq? Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk and picked up a piece of paper. He said, "I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today." And he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, don't show it to me."
So go through the countries again?
Well, starting with Iraq, then Syria and Lebanon, then Libya, then Somalia and Sudan, and then back to Iran. So when you look at Iran, you say, is it a replay? It's not exactly a replay, but here's the truth. That Iran from the beginning has seen that the presence of the United States in Iraq was a threat. A blessing, because we took out Saddam Hussein and the Baathists. They couldn't handle him. We took care of it for them. But also a threat because they knew that they were next on the hit list.
Purchase your track today.
On July 3rd, 1988, the United States military, or more specifically, a U.S. naval warship, shot down this passenger plane, killing 290 people.
United States has said that it has seized 4 Iranian fuel shipments that were bound for Venezuela.
Iran has seized a Marshall Islands flagged oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman in the international waters. According to the US Navy, this is the latest in a series of seizures and attacks on commercial vessels in Gulf waters since 2019.
Next, exclusive reporting from inside Iran, where US sanctions are hammering the economy as tensions are escalating.
1 year ago today, the US sanctions against Iran over its nuclear program were reintroduced. That means the US punish everyone who trades with Iran.
Israeli public radio says the country has carried out a cyber attack on an Iranian nuclear facility. Citing unidentified intelligence sources, the report on Khan Radio said the Mossad spy agency had carried out a cyber operation at the Natanz nuclear plant, which is key to Iran's uranium enrichment program.
Iran's top nuclear scientist was assassinated today.
As being killed in an ambush near the capital, Tehran.
Iran is also under attack. And the Iranian regime's silence about this fact is astounding. In the last 2 months, a series of unexplained events have taken place across the Islamic Republic of Iran. There have been explosions and fires at the country's most guarded nuclear sites and military bases. There are fears that these incidents are part of a concerted campaign to thwart Iran's nuclear program. This report will help you join the dots.
In the early hours of January 3rd, 2020, shortly after arriving at Baghdad International Airport, Major General Qasem Soleimani was killed in a US drone strike. His close ally, the deputy head of Iraq's Popular Mobilization Forces, Abu Mehdi al-Mohandes, also died along with 8 others. Missiles from the US drone hit their convoy as it left the airport. Soleimani was the commander of the Quds Force, a unit of Iran's Revolutionary Guard responsible for foreign operations. And he was also considered to be the second most powerful man in Iran, behind the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
Lit up Israel's night sky as interceptors took down dozens upon dozens of Iranian-launched drones. Israel's military spokesman said the nation's defense systems detected incoming drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles launched from Iran and its proxies.